hope everybody is having an amazing day. Today is the first in my braided hair series, so I bring to you this braid. I was wearing this in my autumn evening makeup look that I put up recently, and I just really like it. I feel like it's super quick to do, so it's perfect for every day or even going to work. It makes your hair look really full and voluminous, which I really like, and I feel like it's just, you know, my little bit of Disney. I always like their braids in Disney. They're not real, but I still admire them. So this is the look. It is a inverted Dutch braid over the top, then it stops and changes to a fishtail braid down, all the way down to here. And I just love it. I love boho braids. It is perfect to have a few looks under your belt that don't require heat. It just makes your hair a lot healthier, and also I will sleep in this if it's still holding together by the end of the night, because I find that it makes my hair a lot shinier when I wake up the next day, just because the follicles haven't been sort of like rubbing around on the pillow or anything like that. And also you'll wake up with like a really nice wave through your hair, which I think looks really stunning. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. To start with, I'm brushing through my hair just to ensure there are no knots. And I'm also going to be applying a little bit of the Moroccan oil. I'm taking 1 to 2 pumps and I'm just rubbing that and warming it up in my hands. Then I'm just dispersing it basically from my ears downward, just to make sure that the hair is nice and sleek. You want to part your hair where you feel is flattering for your face, so I'm just using a comb that has a point to do this. So I like to take quite small sections just to ensure that the braid actually starts at the parting. So for me, I always take the far left piece first, and I take that under the middle piece. Then I'm going to be grabbing the far right piece and taking that under the new middle piece. So basically it is an inside out French braid. Then on your second go with that left piece, you want to grab a little bit of hair from the outside and pop it under the middle. Then with the far right piece, you want to grab a little bit of extra hair and pop that one under the middle as well. And you want to continue doing this till you get just below your ear. Don't worry if you're like me and you have a fringe, sometimes little bits will come out, but it's really easy just to push them back into the braid. So I'm just tying this off so I can tease this other side. So this has a little bit of volume when we end up doing the fishtail braid. It looks nice and even. So I'm just taking a teasing comb and pulling out small sections and lightly teasing them. As you can see, it's just lifted that side, so it's not going to be so flat. I had a toner put through my hair and it was freshly washed today, so it's not the best hair to use for a braid, and that's why it is a bit sleek, hence the teasing. So then I'm just tying it off in a side ponytail. This is just enabling me to make the braid bigger by pulling it apart. So you just basically want to have really light fingers and grab the outsides of the plait and just gently pull it apart, and it's going to make the braid look a lot thicker and fuller. I like to do this twice because if you start pulling from the bottom again, you're going to be pulling a lot of that depth out of the top that you just put there, so it's better to just go through twice and get the full effect. So now that the ponytail's there, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to do our fishtail braid because it's going to hold it all in place. So I'm just brushing that out again to make sure there's no knots. Then splitting it into two, what you're going to do is you're going to take a section from the back of the left and fold it over that side, and then just place it under the right section. Then you're going to do exactly the same with the right side, making sure they cross over in the middle. So basically you're just wrapping it over the section of hair and placing it at the back of the right section, and then you're taking a bit from the right section and placing it over and placing it at the back of the left section. So when you're grabbing a new bit each time, it doesn't have to be the same piece that you just wrapped over. It's an entirely new piece and it's all just going to hold it together. I'm not too particular on the size of the pieces I take. I like my braids to be quite messy, so I will alternate between thick and thin, basically whatever I grab. I often find it easier to look in a mirror than to actually watch myself doing it, because from that angle I can confuse myself sometimes, so a mirror is a good angle to do it with. Because I've got layers, the bottom of my plait is going to be quite thin, so I'm trying to go down as far as I can, but then I'll be using some hair elastics to just secure it. These hair elastics are from Claire's and they are the red shade, and I love them, but I've just run out. So I use about 3 to 4 of these just because they're quite thin and my hair's really thick, so sometimes they tend to break. So now I'm just going to be pulling apart the fishtail braid to make it look nice and thick, and I just gently do this by tugging on the outside pieces, not pulling the whole braid at once. And this is the finished look. I really hope you like it and that you can try it out for yourself. If you do, please tag me on Instagram. I will link that all below. Also, I have about 15 different braid ideas for this series, so I really hope you like them. If you have any suggestive comments, pop them down below and I will see if I know how to do it, or otherwise I will figure out how to do it. But apart from that, I will see you in my next video. Bye. If you want to check out any of my latest videos, just click the video here.